Let's be honest, most of us don't want to be glued to our phones, but after the end of a long, stressful day or feeling like you just were on your feet all day, your brain is tired, your body is buzzing, picking up your phone and scrolling is just so easy. I've been there, I am there some days, but lately I've been asking myself, what if I paused before reaching for my phone? What if there was something else that would make me feel better than going into a mindless scroll for an hour or more? That is how this little experiment started. So here are things that I found really help when I get that urge to pick up my phone and scroll for a long time, and how they've helped me feel like myself again, more joyful, more grounded, and just more present in my life. Now, this is not a productivity video. This is more of like a nudge of how we can be more present in our lives with just cozy, tiny little things we can do. Okay, instead of doom scrolling first thing when I wake up, I find I really like to water the plants in the morning. It's quiet, it's grounding, and gives me a few moments of peace. It's also a good reminder that growth happens over time. You won't see it overnight. And even though not all of my plants need watering every single day, I'll rotate based on rooms for my plants, or I'll do outside that pretty much does need to be watered every day because it's so freaking hot outside. The second thing I've started to do when I get the itch to scroll is I will go to the kitchen, make a glass of warm tea, maybe an iced tea, depends on the weather. I will leave my phone in the kitchen and bring that drink outside. So I'll take that drink with me, I'll have a sip on it, maybe walk through the garden, maybe just hang out outside on my patio for a little bit. Sometimes I'll even bring a blanket, maybe wear a little sweater or a jacket if it's cold outside. Just spending that extra time outside away from my phone, like completely in a different room, it's enough to completely reset my entire mood. Just being outside and feeling the breeze on my skin is enough to be present in the moment. And usually that helps me release the itch because I'm like, I don't even want to scroll anymore. Let me go back inside that I've had my reset and go do something else. Sometimes I want to pick up my phone just because I want the entertainment of scrolling through my For You page. But a lot of times what I find is that I'm scrolling, but I'm not getting the entertainment that I actually want from it because my feed is giving me maybe educational posts or showing me news or clips from things. You can't control really everything you're gonna see on like a TikTok For You page. So if I'm getting the itch where I really wanna be entertained, that's a good moment that I pick up my Kindle or I open the Kindle app on my phone and I will either read a couple pages of the book I am currently reading, I'll reread a book that I know I really love, maybe a chapter that I know I love, maybe even just like a page of a book that I like. It's enough to like satiate the feeling of wanting to be entertained and do something that isn't working or like being productive in a way. Something that reminds me of who I am and not like who the algorithm is telling me to be or who it thinks I am. Okay, on that same note, I am a cozy gamer at heart, and maybe I should do a whole video about my favorite cozy games that I've played. I got a Switch for my husband and I for our anniversary before we were married, so several years ago. Turns out I actually love playing video games. It was a discovery for me. I had an Animal Crossing like kick on my DS many years ago, and it turns out I'm a gamer girl at heart. So I have been having a freaking blast exploring a ton of cozy games. So if I have the itch and I'm not in the mood to like sit down and like read in silence and I want something maybe a little bit more stimulating, instead of scrolling, I will choose a cozy game. The one that I most recently downloaded is Mail Time. So cute. It's like this little forest community. It's giving cottagecore. And you are a mail woman, and you deliver mail across your little village. It is so cute. Honestly, I walk away from playing that game and feel 100 times better than I do after scrolling for an hour on my phone. I would much rather spend that hour playing a game that I really love and adore and makes me feel really good after it than pulling myself away from my phone and being like, I can't even remember what I just watched. And I know we've both been there, so don't even play. Sometimes I find myself wanting to scroll whenever I am feeling super anxious, and my other anxious girlies out there will understand. So it's a way to kind of distract myself from how I'm feeling. So if I'm feeling that way, something I've been really loving is actually putting on a playlist and throwing my headphones on, maybe throwing it on my speaker, and doing a little cozy like tidy up or reset around my house. That also helps me whenever I'm feeling a little anxious because I'm doing something with my hands that's not scrolling to distract myself. At least like I'm doing something around my house that's kind of productive. Sometimes it's just putting clothes away that are on the floor and should be in the hamper. I'll even refer to my cleanup episodes as shifts, kind of like I'm clocking into work. It just helps me feel like I get through it faster rather than feeling like it's a never-ending task, because let's be honest, cleaning does feel like a never-ending task sometimes. But at least if I'm clocking into like a morning shift or an evening shift or a night shift, then I can kind of like role play in my head that like, oh, okay, I am clocking into night shift, so I'm just putting things away, putting the dishes away, and then once that's done, I'm just making the house ready for the next day, ready for the next shift in the morning. I don't know why, it just really helps. Now, as I get older, I realize how important stretching is. It's not really something I ever did before unless I was like 8 years old, really trying to get my splits down. So as I get older, I realize stretching actually is important. That's how your body's not gonna like break on you one day randomly. You gotta kind of take care of it. So instead of scrolling, instead of honestly any screen time at all, I will just do a couple stretches. This is great on like days or evenings where maybe I'm watching TV and I'm just getting the urge to like scroll on my phone while watching TV. And I know so many of us have been there. I've literally done it more times than I can count. I'm scrolling, I'm trying to multitask between a show that I really like that I'm watching while also scrolling on my phone. And it's not a good combo because I don't know what's happening in the show and I don't know what's happening on my phone. So it's really, I don't know why I do it. So instead of that, no video needed, no phone needed, just stretching my body. There's no like guided movements, no nothing. It's just feeling whatever feels good on my body. Sometimes it's like laying on the floor. Sometimes it's like, I don't know, doing some like yoga stretches, like downward dog feels good sometimes. It just depends on how my body is feeling. But stretching, surprisingly enough, it's just a good way to, you're still doing something with your body, but also watching TV at the same time, or just doing it in silence. Honestly, feels really good. Feels like a good way to be like in tune with your body. Now, I go through different eras, as I like to call them, but a baking era is by far one of my favorite eras to be in because there's nothing like having to put your phone down and make something from scratch. Making cookies, making bread, especially things like bread where you have to like knead it, so you need your hands. You can't just like multitask while you're doing it. It's a great way to be able to let my mind wander, but also be in the moment at the same time. And it's definitely a bonus when you try a recipe, and it also tastes good when you're done with it. When I catch myself scrolling for hours, it's not because I'm lazy or undisciplined. It's usually because I'm tired, I'm anxious, I'm overstimulated from my day, and there's just so much going on that I don't know what to do with myself, so scrolling feels like the answer. But swapping scrolling for something cozy isn't necessarily like a fix to those emotions, but it does allow you to be present to process those emotions and meet your needs instead of numbing them or trying to distract yourself from whatever you're feeling. This is not about quitting cold turkey. That's definitely not what this is about. Sometimes I do really enjoy being intentional with the time I spend on my phone. Sometimes I enjoy like actively choosing that I want to scroll and not just doing it because it's second nature. It's just about asking what else might help me right now. I hope this list gives you a little inspiration to maybe look at your scrolling habits and see if there's a couple of these things, one or another, maybe just encourage you to get off your phone and be more present and do more cozy things in your life. Let me know in the comments if there's a non-scrolling hobby that you enjoy doing so I can add it to my list. I will say being able to acknowledge why I want to scroll or like stop myself from scrolling when I get the urge to pick up my phone has been so rewarding. I've learned a lot more about myself. I've been able to dedicate a lot more time and mental capacity to other things in my life. And I will say it has totally helped me feel not as overwhelmed with everything happening in the world right now. So I hope it does the same for you. If you like this video, give it a like, maybe a thumbs up if you're feeling like it, and subscribe for more videos like this. We chat all things mind, body, and planet on this corner of the internet. So if you like this video, you're probably gonna like the other things we talk about on this channel. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.